as the name states, we're all into everything. Today we're going to be all into Taekwondo. Now listen up, folks. All of us want to stay in shape somehow. Maybe we want to learn a little bit of self-defense. Maybe we have kids that can't do other things. Maybe they're not that good in team sports. Maybe they're shy, lacking in self-confidence. There's so many things that I've learned just from talking to our guests before we got on camera that Taekwondo brings to the table. And it's good for anybody from ages 4 to heck my age can get into this for a variety of reasons. We're going to figure out those reasons and also hear a little bit about Taekwondo as a business as well. Our studio guest with us today is Mr. Taylor Kelly. His company is Functional Taekwondo right here in North Texas, right?
Yep.
Taylor, welcome aboard, man.
Glad
to have
Thank you
here. So, personally speaking, how long before you got into the business side of it, how long have you practiced martial arts?
For about 15 years.
15, all Taekwondo, or have you worked with other disciplines as well?
I've done some Muay Thai, MMA, boxing, but I started with Taekwondo. That was the first one.
So what was the background there? When did you get into it?
So my parents put me in martial arts because I was a shy kid. I was some kid that was, I didn't want to talk to anybody. I wasn't really social, which is super ironic because I have to do that now as a living.
Yeah, a little bit.
And I also wanted to be a Power Ranger. And I had lots of energy.
Who didn't?
Yeah, who didn't? Yeah. But, I had lots of energy, and my parents wanted to put me in something that's going to, teach me discipline, but also teach me how to, move my body and, exercise,
Did you do other types of sports as well growing up?
I did. I did track and field. I did football. I did basketball.
Okay.
And, one of the things about martial arts is that even though those things have seasons, I always did martial arts, no matter what.
Well, it's going to help you out. You'll see a lot of pro athletes that do different professional sports, and they get into this as well. As I was mentioning on the tees before we got started, it's just a great way to stay in shape, whether you're a pro athlete or just somebody that wants to be in shape.
Yeah.
For as we all should be.
Yeah, it's good for flexibility. A lot of football players do it to increase their flexibility. So.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the confidence level. My nephews, same thing. My nephews were you. A lot of energy, but except they didn't really get into other sports and stuff. And so, same thing, their dad, my brother-in-law, got them into martial arts to help them out. Maybe, I don't know that shyness was a factor, but confidence was probably a factor. And they got to where they could develop that confidence. One thing, too, I noticed when I was reading the notes that you sent in, it helps them with schoolwork. How is that?
Yeah, so, when parents come into me, they always have, like, this problem. They're like, my kid is on the video games too much. They're not listening to me when I talk to them. They often, have all these problems. And one of the things that martial arts teaches kids is how to look at challenges and overcome them and not fear them. And a lot of kids who, don't have good grades in school, it's mostly because, they lack the discipline and they don't have time management, but they also fear it. A lot of kids who get a bad grade on a test, like they'll hide it from their parents. And parents can kind of they can kind of relate to this, like, and I get emails from parents saying, hey, my son had a bad grade in a test and he didn't tell me anything about it. And the thing about martial arts lessons, and just to give you like a quick example, the very first thing kids do when they come in is they break a board.
What, and the first thing they get in, they're breaking a board?
Yeah,
wow.
they break a board on their very first class. And to like some people are like, what? Why would you have a kid do that? Isn't that going to kill their confidence? And if parents have seen like our videos on Facebook, you probably have seen like videos where I'm holding the board for like a minute, 2 minutes. They're constantly hitting it and it doesn't break. And the reason why I just sit through there and let them do that is because it creates like a domino effect for kids. So once they break that board, they realize, oh, if I actually put effort and work into this, I can actually accomplish something.
Genius.
And that helps other kids with, other areas of their life as well.
Yeah, it translates into everything that you're going to start as a kid and go through. And it also helps them to learn quickly. You don't walk into day one as a black belt.
No.
But you work towards it, and it's like accomplishing any task in life. You're not going to be able to. There's an old saying that I've always liked. How does a piranha eat a hippo? One bite at a time. So it's the same thing in Taekwondo. It's the same way. You just kind of work your way up from there. When you get in, when you're working with older people, not quite as old as me, but older people, why do they get into it later in life?
Well, mostly it's because, stress relief. That's a big one.
Yeah, I can
stress
see
relief.
that.
Also, just staying healthy, staying in shape, doing something that's fun. Because a lot of people who are older, they're usually parents of kids that get into class. It's mostly because they're tired of the gym. They're like, the gym's boring. I don't want to lift weights. I want to hit something, in a legal way.
Yeah, exactly.
Without getting in trouble.
Without getting in trouble, yeah.
So Yeah, I would say that's mostly why adults do it, and it's oftentimes because they see their kids enjoying it so much, and they want to share something with their kids. So
Very
we know.
familiar with that. And
Yeah.
let's get this out there too, Taylor. This is men and women both.
Yeah,
Get
men and women
into
both.
it.
Yeah,
And boys and girls.
boys and girls. We take kids as young as 4 years old
4 years old.
before they even go to school. You know,
Wow.
they're doing this stuff.
But
so.
they have the energy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You can help steer them to that. Do you get into diet and stuff as well?
With the
Talking to
kids, I
people?
do actually. With kids and adults, a little bit.
Okay.
With the kids, it's mostly talking about, like, easy example. During Halloween, I gave the kids this almost impossible challenge. I said, limit one candy per day. Once you get all your candy in Halloween, don't eat all of it at once.
Wow.
Limit it one. I had like 4 kids that did that. And we have something called like a goal setting sheet,
Okay.
where when kids accomplish a goal, I give them a gold stripe. And at the end of the year, we have like a special party for kids. And when they turn in their gold stripes, they get raffle drawings for like prizes.
Candy.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
No, not candy though. Yeah.
All the candy you couldn't eat this year.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
going
we're
to
gonna-
draw
yeah.
a name now and give you the candy.
Yeah, but yeah, that's one of the ways we do it. And you know, as far as like getting kids to eat healthy and stuff like that, you know, we talk about that stuff. You know, it's not just about exercising, and you know, a lot of programs talk about just getting kids health, like just moving, but getting them to learn about that early on. You know, they can understand. You know, this is not good for my body. Like eating chips, you know, and drinking soda all the time isn't good. You know.
Did you hear that, kids? You do that stuff, you end up having your own talk show. So nobody wants that. All right, Tyler, let me ask you this then. So when kids, like in other sports, if you play basketball, well, you can go out in your driveway and shoot baskets by yourself all the time. Do the kids practice Taekwondo with other friends away from you, or work on their moves themselves, or are they only doing it when they're at your place?
That's actually, I'm glad you brought that up, because with everything going on right now,
Yeah.
with the COVID-19,
Oh, absolutely.
we offer online classes.
Oh, good for you.
So 5 days a week, I do both recorded videos and live sessions where, you know, I show kids moves. They can practice at home. They can practice with their parents and friends and family. And even prior to this happening, you know, we've had resources online where parents can look at stuff.
Okay.
And some parents have asked me, you know, hey, what should I do with my kids at home? And I give them homework sheets. But I think for a time like right now,
It's perfect.
It's perfect because your kids are going to be at home anyway. They're
Yeah.
going to be stuck. You know, they're going to be probably just mind-numbing themselves through video games. Why not have them do something that's going to get them active? You know, get them moving around.
For so many reasons, not the least of which, again, burning up that energy in a constructive way.
Yeah.
Which is going to help the parents out as much as anything. So moving forward, as when we get through this whole COVID, and we will get through this,
Yeah.
do you think you'll continue to increase your online presence? Because it sounds like a
absolutely.
perfect deal for your business.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I'm having people from Ohio, from Italy. I'm having people from just all over
Good
the world
for
just
you.
catching on to it.
Okay.
And even for like, you know, just homeschoolers too. Like I was homeschooled actually as a
Okay.
child. I went through some years of homeschooling.
Sure.
And you know, we've had some kids that have moved away and unable to train and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, I should probably offer this for them too. So that way they
Absolutely.
can,
Boy, that's a great idea for homeschooling.
yeah.
Well, we have my church. There's a lot of parents that homeschool there, and I know we have a lot of people that watch this show homeschooling. So, and there's a whole lot of people that have suddenly been thrust into being homeschool
Yeah.
parents.
Without choice.
I'm sure they're looking for, if nothing else, some PE type choices as well. So, do you? You're in Grand Prairie right now, right?
Yes, Grand Prairie.
Moving forward with a business, you ever look to expand or anything? Have you thought through that?
You know, that's something I'm probably thinking maybe 5 years down the road.
Okay.
But I'm focused on Grand Prairie. I want to focus on
Get
that
that all
community
done.
first. Yeah.
Well, I just think it's just an outstanding business. And again, I do have a little bit of personal knowledge from family on what it can do for kids, for their confidence and everything. And you said it perfectly, because the confidence you gain through Taekwondo, the discipline that you gain, just carries into everything in life. So the younger the better is the time to start that out. I applaud you for that. And I also like the way that you're working to go digital to keep getting the word out. These kids, you don't want your students forgetting everything they worked so hard to learn. So they can
Yeah,
still
yeah.
practice and they can still see you, and maybe you can see them too. So that's it, folks. That's Taylor Kelly. He's with Functional Taekwondo right here in the North Texas area, Grand Prairie to be specific. Something you might want to look into for your kids, your grandkids, or maybe even yourself. Thanks for tuning in. Taylor, thank you as well.
Thank you.